Well, there are those that wish I wouldn't put this up, myself included. This Reed Cohen has had a hard rough and possibly been hard done by those that should have supported him. There's no money being made off this one at the request of this individual, Reed Cohen. Look him up.
About the reports, about my discovery, and their horrible phone calls to have to make. Now, also to the bloggers and tweeters who are out there watching right now, I saw your tweets this morning. I want you to know something clearly. I'm not in a campaign against the Killburgers or their organization. I do not wish them harm. I do not wish their families harm. I do not wish to harm any of the good work that may have been done. And very clearly, I am not, as board member David Stillman said to me on a well-transcribed phone call, out to harm the legacy of his late brother Howie, whose name is on some of the schools in Kenya. What I am doing is speaking for a child who cannot speak for himself. I'm here as Wesley Cowan's father to guard his legacy, and I want to know why his legacy feels robbed. Finally, before I take your questions, and I know eyeballs are on this, I have a request for the rich and the powerful and the well-connected, the celebrity and the corporate set who lent their power to the elevation of Free the Children and We Charities. I'm asking that you come out of hiding on this matter and go on the record as I have had to do today. Come out to vouch for Free the Children and We Charities and Mark and Craig Killburger. Come out to open all of your records and all of your communications with them and let people like me and other donors know that you believe Free the Children and We Charities are indeed on the up and up. Prove it. Prove it with your brand and your big names. Let kids in Canada and kids in the United States know it and be done with this. And with respect, that means you, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and your family. That means every corporation that engaged with Free the Children, Walgreens and others. That means Oprah Winfrey and the members of the Oprah Angel Network and affiliates. That means pop star Demi Lovato, Nelly Furtado, Madonna, who sent her daughter Lourdes. That means Prince Harry. That means the Dalai Lama. That means Mia Farrow. That means Nate Berkus. That means Malala and any other big name whose profile and credibility and power brought Free the Children and We Charities to being that mega $1 million powerhouse on the backs of children and on the back of my late son. And I'm asking all of you that I named and anybody out there who might fall in those categories to do it within 7 days. Because hear me now, none of you have lost anything. I lost a child. And here I am in front of the camera not wanting to be here. By stepping forward and telling the world that you vouch for Craig and Mark and We Charities and Free the Children, you've lost nothing. And this is an opportunity now, when the spotlight is on this issue, for anyone who is involved with them to use their truth and their light and their power for advocacy if there is any to be had. And if you don't, your silence says everything. And people like me, people like my donors, and legacies like Wesley Cowan's and Howie Stillman's and countless others hang in the balance. People like me who stand feeling like the graves of their children have been robbed. I appreciate you hearing me, and I am ready to take your questions.
Thank you, Mr. Cowan, for your testimony and your opening statement. Mr. Barrett, will turn to you for the first round of questions.
Well, I don't claim to know everything. Heck, I don't claim to know half of everything. I do know that I could tear in my eye after reading about this individual. Leave your comments below.